everyone. So, do you also think that can I really start working from day one of my classes? Or is it just a myth like free food at the orientation? Also, is day one CPT legal? And what happens if USCIS knocks while you're sipping tea at your internship? So, if you nodded your head even once from these many questions, then trust me, this is the episode for you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Immigration Talk Show. You're watching Daily Immigration Doors streaming live at 4 p.m. EDT. It's me, your host Sam, with my co-host Nipasa is also here. And today we are having a very interesting and a very important discussion that is lined up just for you. Stay tuned, stay connected, and watch this session till the end. And I'm sure you're going to really enjoy it. And with that, hi Nipasa, how are you doing today? And how was your weekends and holidays?
Thank you so much, Sam. It was lovely. In fact, we had a lot of fireworks, and it was
I'm so
lovely. In
sorry,
fact, yes.
Nipasa,
What
but
can I
I
say?
think
Long weekend.
we lost your connection.
Oh, okay. I hope you can still hear me though.
Yeah, we
Let
can,
me
but
try to play it back. But it was a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend as well, and looking forward for this productive week myself.
absolutely, absolutely. I think till that time, Nepal, you can look for your technical glitch. And friends, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, stay connected. And let me also introduce our today's topic. Today, our topic is about top 15 most asked questions about day one CPT. And it is 2025 edition. So in 2025, we have been going through a lot of things every day. We are waking up with some new rules and new policies. So today we are going to dive into this topic, and we will take one-on-one questions. And feel free to dial up this number that is 425 4366335 with the access code 988888 and participate as much as possible. Ask any question related to day one CPT, as this is the platform for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then do it right now. So, yeah, Napasa, I think you're back. And yeah, please go ahead and let us know more about the topic and how much excited you are for this session.
Well, I'm superbly excited, yes, and another very important topic to discuss because I think, especially folks out there, students out there who are, into CPT, whether it's a day one CPT or the OPT program. So I think today's discussion is going to be a very important one. So whether you're an international student or planning to move to the US or currently, exploring your academic journey, this session is going to be packed full of things for you to learn and get to know. And probably, if you have more pressing questions about your day one CPT, please feel free to drop them in the comments. And if we have answers, well and good. Otherwise, we will direct them to our team or experts who can come up with the best of answers for you. So, from visas and transfers to H1B and work options, I think I'm pretty much ready for today's session. And before we head on with the discussion, as usual, we're going to have a couple of news updates for you. So, Sam, why don't you go first?
Sure. Okay, so friends, my news is about new $1,500 immigration fee. And here's what just changed in 2025. So in 2025, things are changing, but let's see what is this big update about. So if you're applying for any immigration benefit in the United States, then this is very important for you to know that starting July 4th, 2025, there's a new fees that are in place. And some are shocking. So let's see what's the biggest one. If you apply for a green card and immigration code, then now you have to pay $1,500 fee on top of the usual USCIS fees. And yes, many of these fees can't be waived. So here are a few more. Like if you missed code, then for that you have to give $5,000 fine and no waiver. For asylum application, it is $100 now. For work permit, it is $550 for the first one and $275 for renewal. Visa appeal or court motion, it is $900 to $1,300 depending on the case. Next, visa integrity fee for non-immigrants, it is $250 and not waivable. So it's clear, immigration just got a lot more expensive. And I think these are the fees that you have to keep in mind. So, friends, this is a very important news and very latest one. Don't forget to share the link of this webinar with any of your needy friends because it is better to inform them as well. So, if you're a student, asylum seeker, or anything you're going to apply in court, I'll just say plan ahead, know your rights, and get some legal help if possible. Got questions about these fees? Then please feel free to drop them in the comments below, and we will break down in the future videos as well. So yeah, this was my news update, and over to you, Napasa. Please go ahead with yours too.
Thank you so much, Sam, for that important news update. And my news update is about self-deport, flyers spark outrage in immigration courts. And flyers urging immigrants to self-deport have appeared at immigration courts, including in Phoenix, causing widespread uproar. This is issued by the U.S. Department of Justice, and the flyers, available in English and Spanish, are part of a broader Trump administration push to encourage voluntary departure amid increased ICE arrests and a tightening immigration crackdown for sure. So advocacy groups and also immigration attorneys have, they have concerns, about this move, and they're even saying that it's very intimidating and inappropriate in a legal setting. But also we have President Trump's administration who think this is one of the many ways, to get things in place, especially with regard to, immigration, and what has been happening lately, so I really hope that this helps also. But apart from that, if we have more news updates on this as well, friends, we are going to bring up to you. So please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. And check us out not just on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, on Instagram, and stay connected with us. And that brings me to, yeah, I think we should come to our topic of discussion for today, Sam. A very, very important one, as we have been saying. Top 15 most asked questions about Day 1 CPT, the 2025 edition.
True. Absolutely. I think this is a very important question. And I think, Napas, whenever we Google, then we get not 15, we get a lot, like more than 100 questions related to day one CPT. Because it is a very demanding one and a very demanding topic and a great thing. It has a lot of benefits. Also, eligibility criteria are different and a lot of things are different. So I'll just say, friends, that in case if you're thinking that this is a great opportunity, don't just take steps without knowing each and every step, without knowing each and every things, because rules are very strict in 2025, and maybe earlier how the rules were, maybe it is little different in 2025. So I think Nipasa, before delving into our FAQs, if you can let us know exactly, just in short, what is actually day one CPT?
Sure, Sam, sure. And, Day 1 CPT means you're allowed to start working from the very first day of your academic program, and that is legally under your F1 student visa. So it's just a special type of CPT, which is curricular practical training that, some universities offer to graduate students, especially those who already have jobs or internships lined up. So this is what we call CPT, and Day 1 CPT means that you are allowed to work right from the first day of your academic program. So I hope
That's
that is clear. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's very well said. And I think, Napasa, now let me dive into my very first question, after understanding what is day one CPT. So, friends, I have this very frequently asked question, and this is about, can I continue the program if I'm not selected for H1B? So let me be very clear. Yes, 100%, you can continue. Even if you're not selected for H1B, doesn't mean, that your journey is over and you can't look for it. Think of it like, for example, if you have missed your bus, but another one's coming in few months. So it's just you have to show some patience and you have to keep on waiting, but still you are not losing any chance. So let's say you are doing your master's degree and you didn't get picked this year. But no problem, you still have another shot next year while you continue studying and working on day one on CPT. Now, if you are really serious and a little strategic, then I can just say, advice if you can enroll in a DBA program, that's a doctoral program. So it gives you up to 4 more H1B lottery chances, and that's like, turning one missed bus into a whole bus fleet. So we actually know a student, who just joke, I didn't get paid, so I just upgraded from student to professor in training. And he literally joined a DBA, delayed graduation in his third year, and kept working. And unbelievably, but he got six total chances to win the H1B lottery, and he finally made it in the fifth try. So it's just that you can keep on trying, and it's nothing that if you lost on H1B lottery, then you don't have any other chance. You can go ahead, and yes, you can definitely continue the program. So just need to have some smart plan, good school, and a lot of patience. So I think, yeah, this is the first answer. And also, Napasa, I'm little curious to know which day one CPT program should students choose, because this is a very basic thing, not only in terms of day one CPT, but also in terms of their career. So I think, yeah, please go ahead and let us know more about it.
Yes, I think this is the question which not even one student misses out, even if not asking somebody in reality, but still in their heads, you know. I think it's
Okay.
one of the most important decisions that any CPT program student can ever, make, because it's the first thing that helps them decide, right? So, first, make sure that the university is accredited and recognized by USCIS. It's very important. And apart from that, next, I think you have to choose a program that matches your work experience and career goals as well, because you may be from a different background, or you may be from a background that only accepts you in a certain line of academia, right? So you have to make sure that you're on the right path, especially if you're talking about career goals. And then, for example, if you are in IT or business, programs at Westcliff University or Harrisburg University are popular choices. Well, a DBA program is great if you already hold a master's degree and you want to continue working while aiming for H1B. So these are some of the examples, but just be sure that your study plan makes sense, meaning that there's a natural flow from your previous education to your new degree. I think that is very important, because they're also going to look for that even while you're interview or while you apply. They're going to make sure that your education, whatever you've studied so far, it is going to apply to the degree you're applying for. So that's one very, very important thing to keep in mind as well. And
Absolutely.
yeah, moving on, Sam, I wanted you to touch on work, OPT, and H1B implications. So if you can, if I may ask you, if I was a student also, can I switch companies while on CPT?
Sure. I think I would love to take up this question, and this is a very demanding one. But I think before that, Nipasa, as you mentioned about choosing the right career is very important. I'll just say that there are few friends or there are some viewers who, just for the sake of living in the United States, they look for any other career. So instead of, they are just focusing on just for the sake of having a good life in USA, and their motto or their focus on choosing the right career gets distracted, or maybe they get shifted with that. So I'll just say, friends, that it is not important just to stay in the USA and to have a US life. Instead, it is more important to focus on your career. So don't just get into the trap that you'll get day one CPT and you'll get the opportunity to work during your first day. Instead of that, you focus on your work, you focus on your potential, and I think automatically you'll get your success. So with that, I think, Nipasa, of course, I'll take up that question that you have asked. But before that, friends, it is time for a short break. Don't go anywhere. It is Daily Immigration Doors. We are streaming live at 4 p.m. EDT, not just on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, also on Instagram as well. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please do it right now. So, yeah, we'll be right back, and just keep watching, everybody, Immigration Talk Show.
You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found Emmy Support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, DocketWise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose Emmy Support.
Welcome back, everyone, on Daily Immigration Dose. And you're watching Immigration Talk Show with me, Nipasa, and Sam. So I hope you're having a good time with us today because we are speaking about this important topic: top 15 most asked questions about day one CPT, the 2025 edition. And, actually, before the break, I was asking you something. So, Sam, if you can actually take that up, can I switch companies while on CPT? I think this is one of the most frequently asked questions as well. So, if you can tell us about it.
Absolutely, it is because there are most of the people, while they work, they realize that it's not that good work environment that they were expecting before applying or before joining the office. But let me tell you, friends, that yes, you totally can. It is absolutely acceptable that switching companies while on CPT is allowed. But there are certain conditions, there are certain terms that you have to be very particular about it. It's not just you're watching a Netflix show and in the middle of the night you can switch. No, it's not going to happen that way. The most important thing is to keep your school in the loop. That means your DSO, your designated school official, needs to update your CPT details with your new employer in Sevis. And you have to update everything in your Sevis account very timely, and just keep a proper track of that. And that has to happen within 10 days of switching jobs. After that, then there will be some trouble in your status. Now think of it like, if you are working at Tech Bros Inc., maybe any different company, and you get a better offer from another company, so you can go ahead and switch. You are free to do that. But firstly, you have to email your school and then send them the new offer letter. Basically, you have to take the permission from the previous place, or previous organization from where you are switching. And if the previous one is allowing you, then you are free to go. So I'll just say that yes, switching is totally okay. Just play by the rules, keep your paperwork clean, and don't skip any steps, because that way you can level up your career, without messing up your status. So yeah, I think this is a very simple and a very easy answer, a very sorted one, and a good news too. But with that, I think Nipasa, few of our viewers have also joined us. So I think yeah, Jay is here, Nishu is here, and hi guys, how are you doing? Please let us know in the comments. And I think Nipasa, let's take up some of our viewers too. I mean, viewers comment too. So please go ahead with Jay.
Sure. Jay is asking, how do USCIS regulations govern day one CPT, and what are the essential compliance requirements that students and employers must follow to avoid potential issues or penalties? So I think, Jay, it's very, very important to keep yourself updated with that, especially, staying away from breaking the laws is very important, whether it's a simple DUI. You may think it's simple, but it's an offense. So try never to offend the US government, and especially their laws. Know that you are new to the country, and abide by each and every rule. And how do USCIS regulations govern day one CPT? I think there's so much on this question, and I would really like to give you a detailed answer, but I'm no expert, so I try to come with a better answer for you and get it from the experts themselves.
All right. And Jay, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then please do it right now. And let me go ahead with Nishu's comment. So, hi, Nishu, and thank you so much for participating in this session. And you are saying Indian student participating in a day one CPT program. What are the specific requirements I need to follow to maintain my F1 status? And what are the potential consequences if I fail to meet them? So I think talking about specific requirements, you need to have some documents, you need to have certain forms. And I'll just say that, I'm not an expert to have a proper guidance on this. But soon, stay connected, and we are going to talk upon this topic in some of our webinar, where we are going to ask this question from our immigration attorneys. They are the experts and they are going to provide you the full guidance in a very simple and in a very easy way. Stay connected, Nishu, and stay tuned. And any other question regarding F1 status or regarding day one CPT, please go ahead, put them on the comment section, and we would love to address those questions to our experts. And with that, I think, yeah, Nipasna, if you can also let me know, more about like, can somebody use OPT after day one CPT? Is that possible, or is that just a myth? What you have to say on that?
Well, from what we have been learning is yes, we can use OPT after day one CPT, but there's a catch, of course. And if you use more than 12 months of full-time CPT, then you lose eligibility for OPT. I think that is something you really need to keep in mind. So the number that you need to keep in mind is 12 months of full-time CPT. So if you use that already, then you lose eligibility for OPT. That's why, some students choose part-time CPT, that is 20 hours per week instead. So that is why they choose that. It is so that they can preserve their OPT rights as well. So also at the same time, OPT is available once per education level. So one for a bachelor's degree, one for a master's, and one for PhD. So if you manage your CPT time wisely, then you can still use OPT after graduation. So these are some things you can keep in mind, friends, who are exploring the CPT and the OPT program. And yeah, all the best, I'll say. Now, I think we should also touch on the visa and travel and transfers, Sam. And if you can tell us a little bit more, if especially people have this frequently asked question: Can I change from B1, B2 to F1 within the US?
Absolutely. I think, yeah, it is a great thing. And friends, you can change from B1, B2 to F1, without leaving the USA. That is a great thing. But let me tell you, it is not as quick as flipping a switch. Of course, it takes time. And it is called COS, that is change of status. And you will need to apply to USCIS. Then you have to show your admission to school, then prove that yes, you can pay for your education, and wait, and then also wait, because it can take few months and even more than that, we don't know. But here's the catch, that you can't start school or work until your change of status is approved. So I think until and unless anything is approved, or it is given the permission, you can't directly I would say, come to the ground and start working or start going with the flow. You need to have a proper permission. You need to have a proper approval of that. And in case if you are in hurry, then I'll just say that this waiting game can mess with your plans. So you need to have a lot of patience and you need to have a lot of time for that too. Now, let's say you came to visit your cousin in New Jersey on a B2 visa, and suddenly you decided that, yes, I love to live here and want to have a further work experience in this too. So maybe if you stay and get a degree in business analytics, you apply for a college, then get accepted, and then you want to switch to an F1 visa. So you have to file for COS paperwork with USCIS, but keep in mind that if school starts in September and your COS is still pending in December, then that's going to be a problem. So at this time, what friends you can do right now, you can leave the USA, get the F1 visa stamped at US Embassy in another country, and then you can re-enter the USA on F1 status. So I'll just say it is neat, clean, and faster way, and also less riskier as compared to the other process to get your visa approved. So yeah,
So,
I think
but
this is
Sam,
the
if I
way.
may ask, like, don't you think it's going to misrepresent you because you're coming on a tourist visa to America and then you're suddenly deciding to stay and become a student? So, of course, it'll become a non-immigrant. I mean, student visa is also a non-immigrant visa, but still, I mean, won't you be misrepresented? Um, I mean, as far as your visa is concerned or the visa officer is concerned.
I think no, it shouldn't be like that, because if somebody wants to come here and work, I mean live, get the F1 visa status, then I think there shouldn't be any misrepresentation for it, because business visa only says that you have some years, right? And after F1, there are so many people who switch to the H1B, and then most probably they get for the green card. So I think there won't be anything wrong because if you until and unless you are getting everybody's approval, getting everything as a green signal, then I think it goes well. Because other than that, USCIS is sitting to have a proper watch on the applicant's background and everything. And if they found any suspicion, then of course that person couldn't be allowed to, come and work in the USA. So I think that's what I think. But what do you think about it? Do you think that it's going to be misrepresentation or what?
I mean, not really, but just to say, like B1, B2, like is also a non-immigrant visa, which is issued by the U.S. government, right? And it's for foreign nationals who visit the U.S. temporarily, just for business or tourism, or maybe for medical purposes, right? Which is both. I mean, B1 goes along with B2,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a combined visa, which is often referred to as a visitor visa.
Yeah.
So if a visitor, I mean, on a visitor visa comes to the US and they decide on becoming a student, on F1 student, that is what I was asking, like, are you not going to be misrepresenting yourself in front of the USCI? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
your visa officers, right? And well, of course, when you're first coming, you have your B1, B2 visa,
Yes,
you're
yes.
allowed to come in. But then again, later, if you're still staying in the US without going back to your country, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
decide, like you were saying, like your cousin's staying in New Jersey and you suddenly like the place and you want to be there. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's as easy as said. It's
Of
just
course, it
very.
is not easy. Especially in 2025, I'll say that nothing is easy. To get a visa only, it's a big task. But talking in terms of whether misrepresentation, I think maybe not, because there are until and unless you're not experiencing something, you won't understand that which path you have to take. So if somebody has come up as a tourist visa, also because there are so many immigrants who come up as tourist visa and they end up getting the H1B, so it's like turning the table completely upside down and things happen, but I think that's understandable. That's what I think. But I think, Napasa, with that, we have covered a lot in this topic and now it's almost time to wrap up. So before leaving, any message or any last, conclusion that you would like to say in this session, then please go ahead.
I think that is all, but I really hope that we have answered most of the asked questions about day one CPT in 2025. And like we had started this session with saying, it's always best to get a consultation with an immigration attorney, especially if you're traveling. Even if you're not traveling, if you're exploring a visa that you want to go forward with, whether it's for your career or for travel or for your business ahead, I think it's best to consult with an attorney because they will guide you best. And whether, I mean, rules are always changing. We have new updates every day, and attorneys, immigration attorneys, are the best who will be able to guide you best and direct you best so that you have all the documents required, checked and ready before you travel, so that you travel without I mean, with a good peace of mind, and you have nothing to stop you, and you have a smooth journey. So yeah, I think that is that. And whether you're thinking about changing status, picking the right university, switching jobs, or planning your H1B journey, knowledge is your best friend always. So always make sure that your program is legal, your CPT is approved, very very important, and your work matches your field of study. And apart from that, I think don't also forget to learn, lean on your DSO, as Sam has mentioned earlier, and your legal advisors, because with the right planning, day one CPT can really open doors for work experience, education, and even long term career options in the United States. So I think, yes, that's all for today. And thank you everyone for joining us here on Immigration Talk Show on Daily Immigration Dose. I think it's always best to stay curious, stay informed, and of course, if you have more questions or things you want us to discuss about later in the upcoming sessions, why not write to us, get in touch with us? You can also email me or call me or WhatsApp me in my phone number. My number is 408-335-6444. And you can email me, nipa@staffingly.com. You can also email sam@staffingly.com. So thank you for that. And please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Check us out not just on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, on Instagram. Stay connected with us and share this with all your friends and family who can, benefit most from our channel. So thank you everyone once again for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow.
You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found IMI Support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, docket-wise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose